Our Wendy's female athlete of the week for this week. She is coming off of 2 wins on back-to-back days this past week at Lansing and at Hayden's Quad. Brylee Prockish from Shawnee Heights Bowling is our guest. And Brylee, let's just start right there with last week. You go out and you bowl a new career best 656 in your first meet of the week last Monday at Lansing. One day later, you followed it up with another win, a 498 at the Hayden Quad. What was just working so well for you to start off last week to perform so well on back-to-back days?
Honestly, being able to read the lanes really quickly and find my line pretty fast.
How do you do that? So take it through someone who might not know a ton about the sport and a ton of how to, bowl that well over the course of 3 games on back-to-back days. How do you kind of go about finding that out when you first get to the lanes that day?
So I first try out playing straight up the arrow, so it'd be the first board you'll see. I watch my reaction, see if it's going too much, going too little. I read all that when the oil starts and stops.
You have already put together a great career at Shawnee Heights. Last season, you're an all-city pick. You placed at state. You finished 4th in the regionals. That was as a junior. So now as you go into your senior year and obviously having a great year so far, especially in the past week to 10 days, what were some of your goals entering this season? Was it to match what you did last year? Was it to win every time you go out? What were some of your goals heading into your senior season?
Honestly, my goals were just to place every meet. Place top 3. Learned from my mistakes, learned the game to carry on to do better. Last night, I swept the whole meet, bowled a 622. I learned from the past what works for me, what doesn't. So
we're talking to Brylee Prockish, a senior bowler from Shawnee Heights, and I'm mentioning another win there as well. When you talk about learning from your mistakes and noticing them and being able to build off of those, how would you assess you've done that? Because I think that's a hard goal for a lot of people to do, is to be able to reflect and build on your own kind of critique. How would you assess that you've been able to build on some of your mistakes or just some of the things you've developed over the course of time?
I've had some pretty good mentors that have taught, notice if you're not coming out of the ball right, watch where you're walking at. My brother's a huge influence on that and where I'll be going. He helps me every week, and we're in and out of the bowling alley. I'm literally here 7 days a week. I'm at work.
Do you like that part of the grind? Because I know for a lot of athletes, a lot of people who do anything, it's about the process. It's about not just the competition, but it's about the work and the practice to get there. Do you enjoy that part of the competition, the daily work, the 7 days a week at the bowling alley?
Honestly, yes, because I know I'm one step what I want to achieve in life.
We're talking to Brylee Prockish, a senior from Shawnee Heights Bowling, our Wendy's female athlete of the week. Your team so far this year, obviously a great bowling tradition at Shawnee Heights, and you guys are off to a tremendous season so far, midway through the winter. Obviously, win after win after win as a team. Those 2 from last week I was talking about, you won both of those as a team. We talked about your personal goals. What were some of your team goals? You're one of the veterans, one of the leaders for this program. What were some of your goals for the team heading into this season, and do you think you've met some of them so far?
So my goal has been make sure everyone's staying high level energy, no downs, no nothing. I don't want to see outing. I've made that clear. I'm captain. I want to be here for them. I want to be a role model. So my goal is to help them as much as I can, and they are pretty good. They always ask me questions. They're always looking. I told myself top and on top.
Would you consider yourself then to be more of a verbal leader, more of a vocal leader, or do you try to lead by example? How would you kind of describe your leadership style? Because it sounds like you have a pretty commanding voice for your program.
I would definitely say vocal, because I'm always the one to get out there, tell them, hey, you need to move here. I'm always getting asked, directions. I love it.
I was just about to follow up with that. Is that kind of a role that's come naturally for you? Is that something you've been able to enjoy doing, having those leadership moments, or is that something you've more developed over time?
That is something more I've developed over time. I've definitely, throughout the years of nights, I had to learn, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. I'm downs with it. And I've had my coaches, they've seen me at my worst, they've seen me at my best, and they've pulled me through. So I kind of know what to do, leading by example.
Well, Brylee, it is your senior season, so this is your last one for Shawnee Heights. I know you're a multi-sport athlete. You've got spring sports as well. What's in the future for you for this spring? What are you looking forward to, and beyond high school as well? What is in your athletic and academic plans?
So I have signed to Newman University to bowl with them for the next fall. My sports and academic. Up softball recently, which was the hardest thing. So for this, I plan to just keep working and watch my brother learn.
Well, the work has paid off to this point. Brylee Prockish is having a sensational senior season. She plays for, or bowls, I should say, for Shawnee Heights, and she is our Wendy's Female Athlete of the Week. Brylee, we appreciate you taking a few minutes for us today. Thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of the season and your future down in Wichita at Newman.
Thank you.